Hey, what's going on, Virgos? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. And happy birthday to all my Virgos out there. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what we have for Virgos. Let me see for Virgos. All right, Virgos. So the first thing I see is I definitely feel there is a connection that you share with someone. Now, this be someone that you're already involved with or someone you're just about to meet, because I do feel like there is a newness to it. But the first thing that I do see, like I said, I feel like this is all fairly new. We have the Knight of Cups. This is something that, it is something new, something that we haven't really discovered the true depth of it yet, and we haven't really discovered how far it is going to go. Now with this, like I said, in the beginning, I feel like things kind of hit it off. But then we hit this bit of a wall. I feel like the closer you get, then we hit this area of hot and cold, like where that person kind of feels like they're kind of keeping you at a distance, not allowing this to continue. Once you start trusting this person, I feel like, with that Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, it's almost like once you start really getting to know each other, when this starts moving along, all of a sudden you hit this wall where this person is kind of in and out, feeling like maybe they're not as into it as you are, or feeling like, maybe they really weren't looking for the same thing you were, because everything seemed to be going very well. But then all of a sudden, like I said, that hot and cold energy. Now, the reason why you're getting this hot and cold energy is I feel like this person, once they start to really have strong feelings for you, they revert back to their, back into their head with that Hermit. And we also have that Five of Wands. There's a lot of internal struggle within this person. I feel like they are hiding something from you. And it's something they didn't think they'd ever have to talk about, because they didn't see this going where it's going. And now that they see that there's some real potential here, now that they're feeling this real connection with you, now they get to the point where they know they can't hide that from you anymore, but they're scared to tell you because they're afraid that they may lose you. I feel like it's giving them a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. They're just, because they want that they truly feel strong feelings towards you. They think about you when you're not around with that Four of Cups, thinking about you and only you. And now that this has become something real, they want to be honest with you because trust is important to this person. And I feel like that it kind of coincides with that Knight of Pentacles. I don't know why I keep saying cups. That Knight of Pentacles is because now that they start to feel some trust towards you, feeling like they can trust you, feeling, a lot of good vibes between the two of you, they start to worry because this is actually something real. They feel like this could be what they've been looking for. You could be that person. They're starting to feel that bond that they didn't know was going to happen. I feel like it kind of took them by surprise how quickly this moved into something real. But like I said, it's causing a lot of internal struggle. We have that Four of Swords. I feel like this person is overthinking the shit out of this, to be honest with you. I don't feel like, I feel like the connection that you have is strong enough to withstand this. Now, what they're hiding from you, we have the Devil card. So it could be some form of addiction. It could be some form of, but again, I want to be clear with addictions. Addictions, so many people think of a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction, or it could be a sex addiction. People think about that stuff and they think about that's the only addictions, but there's so many other addictions. There's self-sabotaging can be addictive to some people. It's negative thinking, depression can be an addiction. And that's the thing. Whatever they're dealing with is something they think may jeopardize their chances with you. We have the Five of Cups. They're looking at the negatives and the positives here. What they don't realize is that the connection that you have in gaining trust. If you're going to have someone that can help you through anything, I'd like to tell you, for all you cross watchers out there, Virgos are the best person to have in your life. Because Virgos go above and beyond, especially if they care about you. They have big hearts, and they're not like a lot of other people where, one little thing will send them running for the hills. With this person, they want the same thing as you do from this. They didn't know what they were getting. Like I said, with that Knight of Cups, it was very casual in the beginning, and they didn't see the magnitude of this connection. And now that they're seeing it, they're a bit worried about whether or not you'll accept them for who they are. And again, Virgos are very accepting. One of my good friends, he's a Virgo. And he said, I'd rather know the truth about everything than just know the good. I can form a real connection with someone that's going to be honest with me over someone that's only going to tell me the good shit. And that's kind of a Virgo in a nutshell. As long as you're honest and forthcoming, they'll decide. But like I said, I feel like this person is really overthinking this. This is really causing them to feel defeated, feeling like they lost one of the best things they've ever had. But that's the thing with this. It's like feeling like you lost without even trying. And like I said, the addiction that this person has, it strongly, I feel that it is some sort of addiction. Now, like I said, not to put words in anybody's mouth, or not to, I don't want you to think that it is what it is. I mean, there's so many different forms of addiction. You know, some people just have addictive personalities. You know, one of my good friends, he's addicted to depression. What I mean by that is, you know, he always finds a negative in every situation. He has to. You know, I remember he met this girl a couple years ago, and she was a really great person. You know, she's really caring, nurturing. She was, you know, went out of her way for him. She did all these things, and he kept trying to find some negative because he wasn't used to being happy. He was used to being unhappy. So being happy was very uncomfortable for him. And that's an issue that he has to deal with. But moving forward with this read, you know, this person, the internal struggle they have is they're happy with you. They feel happier than they ever thought they could. And I feel like they want to be honest with you. That's important to them because they don't want to lose your trust. But opening up to you could lose you. And that's the struggle they have. But, you know, this person, they're going to want to move forward with you. They can't let this go. You know, their intuition is telling them, we have the High Priestess, their intuition is telling them that this would be a monumental mistake to walk away from this. You know, without giving everything you have, putting all your cards on the table and just seeing where they land. You know, some risk is worth the reward. And I feel like with that, they are going to see things in a different perspective. And I do feel like this person is going to open up and be very honest with you because, like I said, I mean, with that Queen of Swords, sometimes the only way to be honest is be all the way honest. You know, sometimes people try to slow roll it and they have something that they want to get off their chest. They kind of beat around the bush. That's not necessarily the best route. The best route is just come out, be honest, and put it all on the table. And I feel like once they do that, you know, I do feel like we can finally move on. You know, I do see finding, you know, I do see finding some new stability in this. You know, like I said, I don't feel like it's as bad as they think it is. But sometimes, and that's another thing too, is sometimes we think for other people when we shouldn't. You know, we can't think what somebody else is going to think is bad. And sometimes the best way to explain that is, I remember my sister, when we were young, she got her first pimple. Okay, and I know I'm going somewhere with this, trust me. She got her first pimple. And she was telling my dad she didn't want to go to school. She was afraid everybody would make fun of her. And I'm sitting there staring at her face, like, where the hell is this pimple? And she pointed to it, and I could barely see it. And she's like, it's huge. The point is sometimes it's worse to us because we notice it. Sometimes we think way too much about something that isn't really even noticeable. But she's going to hate me for telling that story, but you know, that's the thing with this. The reason why I feel like this person's going to open up to you because this is new love. You know, they don't want to have anything that comes, they don't want to hide anything in their closet. They want to be open and honest with you. And I feel like that shows a very, you know, mature, you know, a maturity to this person is that they don't want to have secrets from you. You know, and I feel like this person is going to put in the work. They're going to show up for you. They're going to show up for this relationship. And like I said, we had new stability. You know, I feel like you're both on the same page. You both want this. And I feel like that little wall that you hit is just kind of it's just kind of a bump in the road. You know, and I feel like they look too much into it. But like I said, I do feel like this person is seeing things in a different perspective and realizing that, they're not going to be happy if they have secrets from you. And they're not going to be happy without you. So it kind of leads them down only one choice. And that one choice is to be open and honest. You know, like I said, I mean, sometimes we meet people and we don't want to tell them all the worst things about us. It's not really a good first date conversation. But sometimes we don't see how much of a connection is really there until it starts exposing itself, and then you start realizing, okay, well, I left some pretty important details out. Now with this person, we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, some Pisces, some Scorpio. I'm feeling a lot of Scorpio. We have some Leo as well. But like I said, I mean, it's a very good sign that this person finds it important to be honest. You know, and I feel like what was going on with this person, what they're scared to tell you is kind of more of an admission than a lie. I don't feel like they told you the opposite. They just left it out. But now that this connection is growing and they see the real potential here, they don't want to have those secrets. You know, like I said, there already is this establishment of trust happening, and they don't want to break that. They don't want to lose that. You know, they were just scared to tell you. I mean, that's the thing with life. I mean, sometimes we meet people, and we don't tell them all our personal details. You know, because they're strangers. In a sense, when you first meet anybody, they're a stranger. And then when you start having a real connection with that person, that's when you start feeling like you can be open and honest and comfortable in that. And they want to be comfortable. But like I said, there's definitely something but I really feel like they're overthinking it though. Like I'm not really seeing any negative signs that this person is a bad person. Actually, the opposite. I mean, trust is important to this person. They want to move forward with you, and they want to be honest with you. And knowing that they can't move forward without being honest, it's a very good character trait. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.